Welcome to the Stagecode podcast with Paris and Beck.
This podcast is all about bodybuilding, raw and unfiltered, from off-season to stage day and everything in between.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Stagecode podcast. If you are new here, we are Paris and Beck.
Yeah.
I always like listen to podcasts and I'm like, people like every now and again just reintroduce themselves. I'm like,
Yeah.
we should probably do that too.
I was thinking the other day, I was wondering if there's people that don't know our faces, if they listen, if they can tell whose voice is whose.
Yes, I know, because how many times have you heard someone speak for so long and then you look at them and you're like, oh, that's not what I thought they looked
Because
like.
I just started listening to a new podcast, but I can't identify which host is talking.
Yeah.
Like I can't pick it out. So I
Yeah.
wonder if people know
Who's
well,
who?
this is Paris.
Yeah. And this is Beck.
If you haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to go into our standard highs and lows for the week. Do you want to go first? What were your highs and lows?
Sure. My low would be, I had a low and I've just completely gone blank.
Was it that you were constipated for 2 days?
My low could be that I'm just having a bit of digestion issues, which is not great. But it's not like a major. It's good that I don't have a major low.
Yeah, I feel
and
like
probably
that
just
too.
like the cold. Like I'm feeling
today,
cold.
yeah, especially today too.
Yeah.
Like I was literally just thinking today, I'm like, oh, because this is the first time I haven't been in prep in winter in like I think maybe 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Like it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to not be like
freezing.
really not
Can't
low body
relate.
fat.
Yeah. And then my high would be my other sister's engaged.
How crazy!
So
oh
if you
my
listen
God.
to like maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago, my elder sister got engaged, and now my other sister is engaged,
yes.
which is just crazy.
So
she's
exciting.
currently holidaying in Vietnam.
Oh, that's so
and she
fun.
called me at like 9:30 at night because I think they're like 3 hours behind or something. And I thought, she likes a bit of a beverage, so I thought, oh, she's drunk. Like she's calling me because she's drunk and she's
she
being
loves
like,
me.
I love my sister.
Yeah.
And then Matt was next to me in bed and she was just like, hi. And I was like, hello,
Hey.
like, love you, but like, what's up? It's 9:30 at night
tired.
on a week. I think it was like on a weekday too. I was like, hello. And then Matt leans over and goes, show us the ring.
He knew.
Well, he didn't know. He just said because she was acting weird.
Right. I love that that's where he first goes though.
Yeah. So he just went, show us the ring. And then she started laughing. And then I went, are you joking? I was like, are you joking? I fully thought she was taking the piss.
Yeah.
Because I just wasn't expecting it. Like,
No.
because my other sister and her partner, like, they'd gone and tried on rings and, like, had talked about it heaps. And, like, we'd always make jokes, like, when are you going to propose? But we didn't, like, they hadn't tried on rings or anything. And, yeah, it was just so out of the blue. But I'm so happy for both my sisters.
That's insane. How exciting.
Yeah, now I got to plan 2 hens and
Oh.
2 weddings, being involved in 2 weddings. But I'm
yeah.
excited. Like, it's always something you think about when you're a little girl, like, having your sisters get married and stuff. But oh my God, I literally cannot hear the end of you're next.
Literally.
Do you know how many people have said it to me?
Like, pressure's on Matt. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I feel bad for Matt
Yeah, I was going to
because-
say,
yeah.
I think I went to go write it, I think. And then I was
Then you're
like,
like,
she would have had this a million times over. So I'm like,
my
let's
pop,
give her a break.
my cousin,
Yeah.
like even my mom.
Yeah.
My mom was doing like a welfare check on me. And I'm like, I'm fine.
You're like, sis, I'm fine.
It'll be you soon, sweetie. I'm like, it's not like different if I was single, I think.
Yes.
Like, I think if I was single, I'd maybe be
Or
spiraling
if
a
you
little
and
bit.
Matt had been together for like 10 years
Yeah.
and you're like, it's never going to happen. Whereas you guys, I definitely would have thought you guys were next though. I have to say.
Yeah, I think people did think that.
And I think that's
we've been
probably
together
why-
the longest.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not like, I know it's going to happen one day. So I'm not like, I don't need to rush. And I want my sisters to like have their moment of like
Yes.
being engaged and all their like have their weddings and
It was so
have
soon
their
after, though. That's
moments.
crazy.
Yeah. So, well, because he
And-
knew he was going to do it. I think he said like December. So then when my sister, my first sister announced hers, I think he was a little bit like, oh crap, like I'm going to do it in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But like,
that shouldn't stop him from
no,
doing it.
it's
though,
not like he
either.
was doing it the next day. Like
Yeah.
there was like a month in between. So.
And also, like, how crap would it be for you if you got engaged in prep? Like, that would just
Exactly.
not be great. So, like,
Exactly.
Matt, don't do it when she's in prep, please.
Yeah, unless it's like the day of my
You
show.
can- Yeah.
Or
I'm
the
like, you
day
can do it
after.
the day, like, the next day.
When I'm looking all lean.
yeah. Maybe like
yeah.
a week after, so the tans are like washed off. And we look
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we look
I got a
nice.
bit pumped with
Yeah,
some extra carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Yeah, that was
Yeah,
super
that's so
exciting, so
exciting. I know I saw it on it must have come off my Instagram. I messaged you, I was like, "Oh my
yeah.
god."
So I'm really
Crazy.
excited to, like, get into all of
Do all
that
that fun
planning and
stuff.
trying on dresses and
Yes.
yeah, I'm excited.
Oh,
But
that's so
yeah, how about you?
exciting. I'm gonna say my low would be that I got sick,
Mm.
which I had been fighting off for a little like, not fighting off,
You
but,
did
like,
well.
I did well, I feel like, yeah, but then, going to the shows on the weekend, I think it just kinda hit me. So I was like, I was fine, like, I was just kinda like, "Oh," I just felt a little bit run down, but, like, I've had a big couple of months, so I just kinda thought that's probably all it is, and then on Monday, like, I went to work Monday morning, trained and everything normal, and then, like, with every check-in that I did on Monday afternoon, I just got worse and worse and worse, and I was like, "Oh, maybe it's just because 'cause I'm talking too much," and then I'm like,
Mhm.
"No, maybe," and then when Monday night, I was just done, like, I was, and then all day Tuesday, I was, like, dying, but anyway, we're on the recovery. It was just, like, one really bad day, and then
Yeah.
the rest of it, it's just that residual, like, blocked and stuffy head and everything, like, I'm fine. I just can't like, breathe and walk at the same time, which is super fun. We went for, like, a walk just, around where we live to get a coffee this morning, and I'm, like,
Yeah.
dying just from, like, a little 10, 15
That
minute
was like
walk.
me with, like, cardio. I was like, "I can't do cardio."
Nah.
And all the snot is just, like, dripping out of my nose.
Yeah,
That's the
it's the
worst.
worst. But from that though, my high would be that, my client competed on the weekend and she did
Yeah,
amazing.
that's
She
super
did so,
exciting.
so well, which I guess we'll kinda just go into
Yeah,
do you wanna just go into that now and then we can do your prep updates
yeah,
after?
go for it.
Yeah, do you
Yeah.
think? So my beautiful client Charlize, she competed, she did ICN on the Saturday and then she backed it up and did NBA
Crazy.
on NBA. And
No,
no,
NBA.
yeah,
Yeah.
NBA, sorry, I get so confused with all
There's
the
too many
acronyms. There's so
letters.
many A and Bs and NBAs and all the things. But yeah, ICN on Saturday, and then what did I just say?
NBA.
NBA on the Sunday. So it was good to I think obviously we both learnt a lot, which is ideal.
And because you haven't had a client do NBA
I
before,
have
have you?
not, no.
Yeah.
And I think as well, they have very much recently changed what they're
Mm.
going for. So they've changed their posing in the last couple of years, and they've definitely changed, their I guess their criteria as far as what they want from it. So a lot of the time people have kind of looked at certain federations as, maybe being a little bit easier or a little bit harder or whatever. And I think that, like, it's good as a coach for me as well to be like, "Okay, this is exactly what they're looking for." So, ICN, she did amazing. She definitely fits the bikini category in ICN.
Mm.
Not even a question about it. She's got the
Well,
good
yeah, she
shape.
placed in every
She placed in
category.
every category. So she went in 5 categories, the poor thing. And then, so she got a 2nd, she got 3 thirds, and she got a 4th place. So
I think that's exactly the same as what I got.
I was
I'm
trying
pretty
to
sure it's
remember.
exactly the same.
I was
Yeah.
trying to remember, and I was like, "I can't remember what you got." Anyway, so that's so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was exactly the same.
Oh, how
Happened.
funny. So yeah, honestly, she just did so well. So the thing that kind of like got me right from the start was that they of first timers, there was quite a few. I think there was 12 of them in first timers, and they went up and they I don't know what happened. They were on stage for a good 15 to 20 minutes
Yeah,
right
wow.
from the start. So first time on stage, yes, you're supposed to have posing endurance and all that kind of stuff, but like in what world?
Yeah,
Like
and usually
that's
it's like
insane.
opens when you're gonna be on there
Yes.
for a while, or the
Right?
overall,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it wasn't even the fact that they were comparing them a lot. It was the fact that they got them up, they got them in there. I can't remember if they did. I think they just got them in there like first, like they just went into their first pose. And then something happened, and I don't know if they were looking for someone or what, but they went and had a bit of a chat for like what felt like forever. It felt like
And the
like
girls were just on the
the girls are just
stage.
on stage. They're just all in their front pose and they're just waiting there.
No.
Meanwhile, it's stinking
That's
hot.
awful. Why wouldn't they say, or relax, go to the side
Yes,
or
right?
something?
Yeah. So, yeah, so anyway, and then they were like, "Oh, sorry, ladies. All right, let's go through it." And then they went through the whole comparisons and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so ICN is a little bit different to like say IFBB, for example, where they don't necessarily they might want to compare like 5th and 6th together or 4th and 5th together. They don't necessarily always put first bang smack in the middle.
Mm.
So the first category, Charlize is out on the side for pretty much the whole time. And I'm thinking, "What the is going on?" Like, I'm like, sh obviously, yes, I am probably gonna be a little bit biased, but at the
Bias,
same
yeah.
time, I can dead ass see upstage, like,
Mm.
what is happening. Anyway, so she's out there, she whatever, and at the very last, she kinda gets put a little bit further in, and I'm like, "That's sweet." But then again, it wasn't like it was just very much like come in and then they kind of like went off and I was like, "What the hell?" Like I was so confused. Anyway, so there was no comparisons, I don't think either from
They
like
don't
once
really
they
do it
would
in
they
ICN. They
don't
switch you, like, once, which I
yeah,
think
so
is
they do
to
like
just give
half
the
half,
girls on the side a chance to come
come
into
in the
the middle,
middle.
but
Yeah.
it's not like IFBB. Like, in IFBB, if they go 72 swap with 62 and that girl goes to the middle, everyone's like, "Yes!"
Yeah.
Because you know the girl in the middle is
Yeah.
obviously looking the best
Yeah.
or top 2 at least.
Yeah.
It's not really like that with ICN.
No. So, and then they kind of they put them to the back of the stage and then they call them through and everything. And then I could be wrong. I can't quite remember because I was cheering so hard. I nearly
It's a lot,
passed out.
and the day's a lot.
The
Yeah.
day so much. And at the end of the day, I was just like, hey, she freaking smashed it anyway. She placed, whatever. I can't remember if she got second or third in that one. I want to say second, but I could be wrong. So possibly third. So yeah, she did really well. I literally was like, and again, it was really hot in there. So I was literally like, yeah, like screaming. And then I just like my whole, like when I say I nearly passed out, I literally nearly passed out. Like I was like, I think I just was so excited
So
and
much
hot. So
adrenaline.
much adrenaline that I was like, I gotta go sit down. So I kind of was like cheering for her, but then I was like, oh, and I just went and like to the wall at the back because we were kind of standing at the back anyway. So it was easy for me to kind of go back,
Mm,
and walk her backstage kind of thing. But anyway, so because she was in five categories, it was pretty much like the moment she got off stage, she was getting called back
mm.
to backstage again. So, I think she came off after the second one and she was like, do I have to go back out there? And I said, no, absolutely
Oh,
not.
was she okay?
It was just because she was so hot.
Yeah,
That's all
okay.
it was. Because I said, "If you're not enjoying it, please do not feel like you have to." Like,
Yeah.
there's does not matter. We'll just
No.
say, "Hey, we're done." Like, or
Yeah.
if you don't feel good as well.
Mm,
Anyway, so we just kind of like we said to, like the guy that was bringing up if everyone was backstage, we're like, "Can we just hang out here for as long as we can?" Because obviously they had to bring like the men they go I see 'em go like female, male, female, male.
yeah.
So the guys were up there and I said, "At the very last second, we'll kinda go backstage," because it was like this little bit of like aircon that was in this just at the side bit where you can kind of come off and on and, everything. So we were just kinda chilling out there, and then I was like to her, like, just because she was like, "I'm just so hot and I feel like I'm sweating up there," and it was not a vibe. So I think it was, yeah, the third one, and I said, "You do not have to go back up there. Like,
Mm.
please do not feel like you're gonna let anyone down." I'm like, "Don't just go up there for the sake of going up there, especially if you feel like you're gonna faint." Because I'm like,
We don't want that.
we don't want that,
No.
right?" So, and then after she kinda cooled down, she was like, "No, I'm fine. Like, I'll go back out there." And I'm like freaking out as a coach as well because 'cause I'm like, "I just
Don't
don't
faint,
want
don't
to
faint.
don't faint," but I'm also like, "Don't go up there if you
Because
don't
you feel like
actually
you have
enjoy
to,
it, right?
yeah.
Like, does not matter." Anyway, so she went back up there and smashed it and did all the things. And then, yeah, so she did all 5 categories. Obviously, by the end of it, you very much are just exhausted and everything,
Mm,
but it was so interesting, though, to see, like, how much the body can change. Obviously, the very first category she was on, she was nervous and she was it was very much like, the body just responds in the way that you can't really control. Like,
mm.
you might feel a little bit watery and, like, you're kinda shaking up there. Not that you could see that she was shaking at all. Like, I
No.
mean, mind you, I was standing at the very back, but, yeah, so it was just really interesting to see how with every time she went back on stage, obviously she got more confident. Her kind of body started to show that as well, which was really cool. So yeah, so overall she smashed it. She did really well. Really enjoyed it as well, which
Yeah.
obviously, like I said, at the end of the day, it's you can either love it or you don't, and
Yeah.
it's so fun if
And you
you
don't
don't.
know until
You
you
don't
do
know
it,
until you do it.
and it's
So
good that she loved it.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And I say that to all of my clients. I'm like, "You won't know until show day whether it was all worth it or not." So she had a really good time. She she said to me afterwards, she was like, "I loved, like, coming off stage and, like, seeing all of my, friends and family and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Oh, I love that." But I'm like, did you enjoy on
Did you like
stage
being
too?"
on there, like, up
And she's
there?
like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." And I was like, "Okay, good." Because I'm like, I never want the client to actually feel like they, have to say yes because they've
Yeah.
put so much time and effort into it or whatever. I'm like, sometimes it's just not for you, and that's fine.
Mm.
Anyway, she killed it. So, anyway, so that was ICN. She did amazing. Um, Obviously having the show the next day, she didn't really do anything. I just said, "Go and rest and just eat your normal dinner, eat your absolute piss all calories and stuff like that for the rest of the day," but I'm like, "Just please rest." So then we had, the next show the next day, and even just, like, pumping up and like being backstage, it was so different. Like the vibes were just not there. It was very quiet. It was very just like beautiful venue. The venue was insane. So it was at Bankstown, nope, Blacktown,
I've been there. I went there and
Bank,
watched someone compete. It's
yeah,
Bankstown Sports
sports,
something, and
yeah,
there's, like,
something like that.
so many restaurants
It's
downstairs.
like a whole, like,
It's
town.
huge,
It's
yeah.
like a whole, like,
Yeah.
friggin' yeah, it's like what I imagine, like, not this is really dramatic, but like what Vegas,
How there's, like,
like how
multiple
there's just
restaurants in
things
one
just
thing and
everywhere, like,
yeah.
it's crazy, it was just massive, and I was like, "Where the hell are we?" Like, beautiful venue, really great stage and
But
all
yeah,
that kind of stuff.
interesting the backstage because ICN, like, I feel like it's a very friendly vibe,
Yeah,
like, everyone backstage is kind of all
and it's busy
integrated,
as
talking,
well.
it's like hustle and
Yes.
bustle
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah.
Okay,
Whereas,
but
like,
NBA
back
wasn't.
yeah, we were just kind of chilling, it was very, like, quiet. It kind of annoyed me because for some reason they do, like, they oil you up too, and I was like, looking and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "We better
Do you
get
have
oiled
to get
up."
oiled
I
up?
don't think so, but I think it just
You'd
might
look out
like,
of
think
place if
about
you
yeah,
didn't,
like
yeah.
5 other girls oiled up and you're the only one that doesn't, like,
Yeah, wow,
yeah,
okay.
anyway, so we were like, I said, "Look, it's like, we let's just go do it." One of the other coaches there, she just kind of like we were standing there, we are pumping up and everything too. So maybe she just wasn't all too clear. But I'm like, she just jumped in and was like, "Can we get an oil on my client?" And like, so I was waiting, like we were
You're like,
waiting for
"Excuse
someone.
me?"
And then she just like started, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "How rude though." Like, firstly, I get it. Like, you're the coach
Mm.
and you want the best for your client. But I'm like, there's also like a line. There's an etiquette to
Wait your
abide
turn.
by. Yeah. And I was just like, what the hell? But even just be like, oh, like, are you guys in line? Like, no, nothing.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
you are not, like, that's not okay. That's not a vibe. Anyway, so then we had all of like 2 seconds to get a little bit of spray. They literally use canola spray though,
Yeah,
like
wow.
Woolies brand canola spray.
Oh,
So
that would feel awful.
not yet. And like there was carpet on the ground and I think I was I must have been holding the band for Charlize and she was doing rows or something and I was like, "Ooh," like I nearly slipped over
Yeah.
just from it being like wheeling on the ground. Anyway, so gross. So yeah, so when we were kind of pumping up, it was like, oh, it was very apparent that they wanted that really hard. Well, to be fair, the girls were hard. The
Yeah.
girls were like, there were some girls with like ab veins and everything,
Mm.
like very more so with that like IFBB type look. And
I think
obviously
they've really shifted
they
to a
have.
line because it used to be very much like a lot of people, if you do and if you do NBA, you do ICN because they're
Yeah.
quite aligned.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
now it's more
Yeah.
you see some girls like crossing over between NBA and IFBB, and I
IFBB.
think that's
Yeah.
why NBA's added the winter season, like
Yes.
season B as well, because they wanna be aligned with IFBB.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that definitely
Why did
showed
I
it.
say I was like, IFBB.
The bebe. Bebe with the eyes. And that was very apparent in their placings as well. So, which again is good to know. And like I said, the posing and everything like that, it's the same as IFBB. And like even the girl that got first, I'm like, she could easily stand up there with like and probably place in IFBB
Yeah, wow.
easily. Like she was just like, yeah, very, like, big and bubbly and, like, really lean and, like, it was very etched out glute ham tie-ins and all the things. So, again, that was just definitely a good learning process, but also it's always good to see how you like the divisions, whether you place well in it or not. So,
And even if you even if you don't like that federation, then you know for next time, okay,
yeah,
I'm just gonna stick to this federation, focus on just that criteria, meeting what they want perfectly.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, good to know that, obviously, and I think even like Charlize was like, "I'm not even that keen for this. Like, I'm not even that keen." She was just like, it was just very chill, very different compared to ICN, very
Yeah.
different compared to the day before.
And it's your
It's
first
just,
season too, like, why not just give it a
and
go?
that's the thing, right? Like, you can't. Yeah, I was so for her to do it. We were like, hell yeah, like
And she
why
might have
not
ended
try
up
it?
liking that more and being like, "I don't
I
wanna
want
do
to work
ICN
to,
again, I
yeah,
wanna do the NBA
yeah,
and get towards that look more." Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. So, yeah, so she did, like first timers or whatever, didn't place in that, but then placed in not I wanna say novice. But then so you with that, you can only do 3 as well, so 3 categories. So rather than being able to do all the ones that she did in, ICN, she could only do the 3. So, um, she kinda came off stage and she was like, I'm kinda over it, like, I'm done.
Mm.
She was just not vibing it, and I said,
Yeah,
"That's
okay.
so
Like the
fine."
energy.
She was like, "Do I have to go back out there?" Again, like, with that, and but it was more this time, it was more just like, I just can't really be bothered
Yeah,
because
okay.
I'm just not vibing it, and I said, "That is absolutely fine." So I just said to the girl, "Hey, we're not gonna come out for opens." Um, Obviously, Charlize kinda had that little bit of, like, a mentality, like, there's no real point because I'm not gonna place. But at the same time, it was also like, "Hey, like, I'm just not really feeling this." So and I said, "That's absolutely fine." And she's like, "I'm so keen for, like, nationals in 2 weeks'
Yeah.
time." And I was like, "Great, love that."
Put all
Like,
your
let's just
attention towards that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, let's just and she was also very because she got a meal as well after her
Yeah.
after her show. I
She's
think
like,
she
"I
was
just wanna
just
go
focused
eat."
on that. Yeah, she was like, "I just wanna go eat." And I was like, "Girl, that's so fair." So, yeah, so she went on stage twice, she placed in one of them, and then she just kind of like, "Eh, I'm done." So which again was absolutely so fine. I would rather her tell me that and tell me that that's kind of
Oh,
she's just
yeah, of
rather than just do it
course.
for the sake of doing it.
Mm.
So, yeah, so that was kind of the show. She enjoyed a lovely pasta meal. I did say that she could have like a cookie, a Subway. She wanted a Subway cookie and a Krispy Kreme donut, and I said absolutely, as long as the Krispy Kreme donut's just like a normal original glazed.
Not like
I d
Snickers filled
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
nuts on
all
top
the
and
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So I don't actually know what she ended I just got the photo of the pasta. I think it was on her
She
story or
sent
something.
Matt something, but I didn't see it. I think she was eating
Yeah.
a cookie or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot to ask her though, but, like, she's, obviously bounced back really well, she's back down in weight, like, we have a plan of attack moving forward, and it's just pretty much to just tighten up a little bit for the
Yeah,
national shows. We do have to change her she got her feedback, back as well, we just have to adjust her side poses. Judges weren't overly that they just kinda said adjust it, so they didn't really say what they wanted,
which is, like,
but
annoying.
yeah, but we'll just
Adjust
kind
it
of work with
how?
that. Yeah, yeah, I'm like, "What did you not like about it?"
Yeah.
But that's okay. We'll just kind of work, I'll just kind of work with her in that and
Yeah.
we'll kind of see how we go. But yeah, she's definitely keen though for nationals, which is nice.
And I think 'cause, like, she had a good day at ICN, got placings, like, stacked
Yeah,
up well against the girls, it'll
absolutely.
be,
Yeah.
like, a bit more of a motivator to go
Yeah.
into nationals and be like, "I wanna be better and strive for placings," or whatever,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, but I think she is only gonna do like one because obviously it gets very
So
and
expensive.
yeah, which is fun. But that's okay. I said, look, at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your money. We
Mm.
just do whatever I will because she's like, "Do you think it's stupid?" And I said, "Absolutely not. It
No.
is nothing is stupid with what you do. Like it is completely justified with anything that you do." So I think she's just excited for it. And then obviously then comes the reverse and all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, overall though, it was really, really fun. I'm so insanely proud of her. I just love I was not that I would ever tell her this, but or at the time, I was so nervous for her at the start. Like
You would
just
be nervous.
I
Were
felt
you
so
nervous for
much
me?
oh god, yeah.
Also, 'cause that
Like
was your
shaking.
first too,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Like shaking. Like so much more nervous as a coach than what I was ever as an athlete.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like,
It's
yeah.
like that, like, my mum gets nervous when she watches me, or when she used to
Yeah.
watch me compete, like, in Fizzy and stuff,
Busy.
she'd
Yeah.
get really nervous.
Like crazy.
Yeah, I
My
get nervous
body
when
was
I watch Matt do, like, powerlifting comps and stuff, like, I'm
yeah.
like, "Oh my god," like,
Yeah.
yeah, I get
Yeah. But like
shakes.
excited nervous. Like I'm not like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, she's gonna friggin' die up there." But
It's
it's just
just
like
like you want them to succeed,
so and I
and
want
you
them
want
to
them to have
enjoy it.
fun,
Yeah.
and yeah, and you
Yeah.
wanna be a part of that experience,
Yeah.
and part
But
of that positive experience. Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. But yeah, it was just it was just makes me just really solidified in, like, my goal and vision to be, like, a bodybuilder coach
Yeah.
as well, to be a, bikini athlete coach 'cause, it just fills my cup, hey, like,
Yeah.
as exhausted as I was like, "This is what I want.
Yeah,
This is
and the more that
exactly what
you
I
do it
want."
too, the more that you learn, like, because you
Absolutely.
hadn't had a client do MBA before, so now you know the vibe, what it's like
Yeah.
there, what they look for, that sort
Yeah.
of thing. So, yeah, it's all a
Yeah.
learning curve for you
Oh,
too,
definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway,
and it
but
lets you live that kind of comp experience when you're not actually getting on stage yourself.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's show days are the funnest part, like,
Yeah.
obviously, but yeah, it's just so fun. It's being, like, the coach and, like, all the other coaches and stuff like that
Yeah.
backstage and everything, and it's such a vibe. I love
Oh,
it.
well, we love that. Oh,
Yes.
well,
And
I'll go
then next
into
show is gonna after
after
Charlie's second
nationals,
one,
and then
then
it's
it's gonna be
my
yours. I'm
turn.
so excited.
Alright, well, I'll go into a prep update. I'll try and go a little bit deeper because I feel like I'm gonna be at, like, surface level. I feel like I just forget, and then I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
But, I'll be 9 weeks out. Well, I'm essentially kinda 9 weeks out now, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
which is, like, so, like, I'm just like, "What the" like, Sorry, I say like so much, but my brain's
I
trying
say
to think.
yeah.
My brain's slowing down a little bit, guys. Bear with me. I'm 9 weeks out. Give me a break.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I am pretty much sort of recovered from my sickness. Like, I still definitely have, like, a little bit of congestion, but I did cardio. I've done 2 Stairmaster sessions this week, and I've been fine doing both of them.
Love
Just a
that.
little bit of a runny nose. I'm, like, going a
Yeah.
little bit, but nothing dramatic, which is really good. But then in saying that, now I'm having digestion issues, which is not swell. Just a little bit of lack of bowel movements, as
Yeah.
you could say. But I'm hoping that I can get that under control. Um, but yeah, I will say, like, just so I can go a little bit deeper into it, it's definitely been a difficult prep. Not in terms of tiredness, not in terms of hunger, not in terms of like energy levels, in terms of my body and like the way it's just like fighting against me.
Yeah.
Which like, in saying that, it's me saying it's not tough, like, mentally, it challenges me mentally a lot. And I think I've definitely I definitely have struggled, and there's definitely been times where, like, especially over probably, like, the last 2 weeks when I was, like, sick and now with digestion issues and then, like, wasn't dropping weight, definitely moments where I'm like, "Should I be doing this?"
Is
Like,
this my body telling me to stop?
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, I'm definitely those thoughts are kinda creeping in, but it's hard because I want it so badly, and I now am like, I've only got 9 weeks to go, like, if I was, still, like, 18 weeks out, it might be a different story, but, like, I don't have long to go, like, and
Yeah, we don't have an abundance of time to just be like, "Oh, let's just wait and see." Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't have long to go. So it's like a good thing because it's like my body doesn't have to go through it for too much longer. But then it's also like a catch 22 because I'm like, if I keep having setback after setback after setback, I'm not going to be where I want to be to get on stage. So it's definitely been challenging. And it's hard when like I'm doing everything right. Like
Yeah, you're putting in so
I'm
much effort.
drinking water, I'm sleeping, I'm doing cardio, I'm doing steps, I'm tracking every single thing that I eat. Like, so it's just like, what else can I do?
Yeah, you have no control
Yeah,
over the rest of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I don't know, like, if maybe I've got some sort of internal health issue that I don't know about, or like, I really don't know
You've
what's
had
going
your
on.
bloods done though,
Yeah, but I
and nothing
didn't go
really
to the
come out of
doctor
that.
because they didn't contact me, but
Oh,
My partner told me I should do there's, like, one you can pay
pay
for,
for,
so I
yeah.
think I might do that, like, get that done just to be safe, especially now that I'm having, like, digestion issues and, like, lack of bowel movements, like,
Yeah.
just considering my family history, I should probably get
Oh, yeah.
things checked out, like, maybe I have a intolerance to something I'm eating, like, I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely been tough. My weight is still dropping, but it's just not dropping at the rate that I want it to. And now with digestion issues, it's kind of just stayed stagnant. It's
Yeah.
just not moved. So yeah, it's hard. It's
It's a struggle.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's I'm mentally struggling, not physically in the way of like, what people usually say. Like I'm not being like, oh my God, I'm so tired, I'm so hungry. It's more like I'm so over my body fighting against me.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, "When is it just gonna be I just
Simple.
get to do the thing and then
Mm.
it happens?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm still determined. Like I definitely, like I said, I have my moments where I'm just like I've had a few cries and I'm just like, is this my body screaming at me, telling me to not do this? But then I'm like, I want to do it so bad. So
Yeah.
why, like, just keep going. But
Yeah.
then it's scary because, like I said, I'm only 9 weeks out and I want to be ready and I want to bring the best package I can, especially because I want to improve on my last package. So yeah,
It's
it's a
hard as well
challenge.
to, I guess, figure out and decide whether it's just, "Okay, we need to just kind of push more,"
Mm.
or and will the body then push back more?
Yeah.
Because sometimes that happens. Like, I've
Mhm.
got another client that, um, I had to explain, like, "Hey, this is I'm not gonna change your calories because your body will absolutely push back." And, obviously, it's, my job as the coach to decide that and to kind of, you know, I'm gonna say guess that at the end of the day because we never truly know what's gonna happen. But at the same time, it's things like obviously the digestion issues, we had that at the start as well, but we implemented a change and then it responded. And then, obviously, like your periods and stuff like that have been not the best prior to this previous
Mm.
one. Then you got sick as well. And like these things, it's things that some we can control, some not so much. And it's kind of like, you know, do we kinda just have to be like, "Well, this is what I've been dealt with," or is it especially with the new digestion issues at the moment, like, because there's nothing that we've changed in your diet
No. So that's
to
why
then
I'm like,
elicit this.
"Why?"
So
Yeah.
that's something that's like, okay, that's like a bit of a red flag for me to be like, "Okay, why all of a sudden?" And look, yes, digestion issues are pretty common, unfortunately, in prep because especially when we're starting to drop carbs and, then we might be having too much fiber or not enough of the right different fibers and stuff like that. Like, there's so many things that can be, a factor in that. But it's the fact that we also haven't changed anything that's kind of a little bit of a triggering
Mm.
factor. So, yeah, it's definitely worthwhile getting those bloods,
Yeah.
unfortunately, to pay like, have to pay for, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like, there's
I
you
need
can't
to
put a
know.
price on your health.
And, like, I might just get they might just give me this answer and go, "Oh, this level's high," or
Yeah,
"You're intolerant to this," or whatever, and then it'd be like, "Ding, ding, ding," and then we have a winner.
yeah,
Figure out what the hell's wrong. Um, it's just hard when my last prep was literally, like, I got so blessed. Everything was just
which you don't realize at the time,
yeah,
hey?
everything was amazing.
Yeah,
I definitely was more, I think, tired, hungry, and, like, food focused, but I think that was just because it was my first time going through
and
such an intense
everyone
dieting
yeah,
phase.
exactly.
Whereas now I'm like, I know what to do. I really listen to, like, my hunger cues, and I'm really strict with my meal timings, and I know how to manage that hunger. I think I'm not struggling in that aspect,
No.
which is nice. Like, that's
Yeah,
obviously a bonus. Like, I'm not really food focused, and I definitely want foods, like, it's more so just when other people have it. Like,
yeah.
if Matt has takeaway or, like, I see someone, like, eating a donut, I'm like, "Hmm," but just, like, every day today as I go, I'm not, like,
That's so
craving
not like, that's
things.
everyone ever. Like, I'm not in
Yeah.
prep and I'd still be like, "Damn, I want that donut."
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm not like, "Oh my god." I'm not
I need
sitting
that
there.
yeah, and then you're like, "That's all I can." Yeah,
Yeah, it's not consuming me. So,
yeah.
hopefully, like, I know I said last week, hopefully this week would be a better prep update, but,
You
hopefully
did
next week will be a better prep
to
update.
be fair though, you did have a good drop though,
Yeah.
on the last one.
I weighed myself this morning and it's, like, the
The
same as it
same.
was last week.
Yeah,
Um, but it was what's today? Thursday. So I weighed myself on Wednesday morning and it was up, and then, like, I had some assistance in
yeah,
going to the toilet. I had some, like a laxative sort of
yeah,
thing to help me go to the bathroom, and then it dropped.
yeah.
So I'm like, obviously it's up because I'm holding in all
Holding.
this extra bile. I don't know, like poo.
But yeah,
I want to
straight up
say the
shit.
word. Trigger warning. Talking about shit.
Yeah,
I was holding in all of that, and that's when I said it. Like, I was like, I feel like if I just go to the toilet, like, I'll drop like 2 kilos
yeah,
because
literally.
I was in pain. Like, when Tuesday night,
And that's the thing,
I
like,
was
it's
like, "It hurts."
yeah.
Like, I feel full of poo.
It's like not, it's like the body just doesn't wanna do that final step because your body is
I
actually
felt like I
digesting
needed
it,
to
right? Like, you're
I felt like I needed to go to the toilet.
yeah, but you
I
just
kept
couldn't.
trying to go to the
Yeah,
toilet, and I
yeah,
wanted to. I tried having a hot shower.
yeah,
I tried a stool.
yeah,
Like, I tried all these things, and I was making sure I was drinking my water, like,
yeah,
not dehydrating myself, and I only have like, nothing's changed. It's not like I'm having any extra energy drinks or, like, I have the same amount of, like, Pepsi or energy drinks every day and the same amount of water, and so it's just like, why? I
yeah.
don't know why, and that's
Mm,
what's really frustrating.
yeah, definitely.
So hopefully I haven't had a bowel movement today
Yeah.
in that way, so, like, that's not ideal because
No.
I for me, normally is, like, twice a day.
Oh, wow.
Once or twice a day.
Yeah.
Which is not a
So
lot,
that no, but it's still way more than
but the fact
none
that I
for
haven't even
2 or
done
3
one
days.
today,
Yeah,
and usually it's generally, like, kind of around the same
like
time in the
clockwork, yeah.
morning, like 10 AM.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And, like, yeah, I haven't done one today. So I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hmm,
And that's the thing, you don't wanna become reliant on,
a
a
laxative or a"
laxative or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't wanna be doing that.
No.
So, yeah, not not swell for
Not
me,
great, yeah.
which is so frustrating. Like, I'm trying to keep my cool, but, like, I get angry and then I get upset and, like, yeah.
It's very frustrating.
But
Yeah.
I am not giving up.
No. I think as well the other thing because you haven't I wanna say haven't done the step machine, was it 1 or 2 weeks in a row that we took a deload?
I think it was only like a
1
week, maybe like a
yeah,
week and a
week and a half
half, because I think it
maybe.
was like towards the weekend, and then
Yeah.
I just ended up taking like a whole deload week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, like, we're back to doing that high
Yeah, so weight
intensity.
might go
Weight might go
weight
up a
might
little
not
bit.
change this week,
Yeah. For that
which is,
reason,
like,
just
more
purely up
annoying.
yeah, I know, which makes it so much more frustrating. Um, but yeah, it's just something that we kinda have to try and it's frustrating because it's like a day by day thing as well,
Mhm.
like, it's yeah, but obviously, like, at the end of the day, what we can control is you getting some kind of testing and stuff like that done and then seeing if that does give us an answer, but or even just changing, like, it could be the thing that I remember in my one of my I think it was my 2nd prep is that as you get leaner, sometimes I mean, obviously, this is a kind of a different example, but, um, think about, like, everything pretty much is run by some kind of a hormonal change in your body. So, when like, hormones are not just, like, your sex hormones and, you having your period or whatever it may be. Like, hormones are literally the drivers of every function of your body. And a lot of the time when we are starting to downregulate, like when we are very low in energy or, getting quite lean, these hormonal changes like happen. Like these things kind of also downregulate as well. That's why sometimes our hunger will downregulate and all that kind of stuff. Like even, you hear about like hunger hormones and stuff like that. It's the same kind of principle, but and it's more about a chemical reaction rather than an actual like I guess specific like, it's all stems from, like, chemical reactions in your body, and I think that sometimes, like, again, depending on how much body fat percentage and stuff like that we have, which make sometimes makes some other hormones a little bit more like, we always talk about hormone regulation and stuff like that, but so maybe it's something that we need to maybe try and change in your diet as far as maybe increasing your fats a little bit and decreasing your carbs. Um, but again, it's just unfortunately like this whole trial and error thing, like, it's so frustrating,
And
but
I think that's when I get worried because, like, I do only have 9 weeks
yeah.
left and then essentially, like, 8 weeks when you think about peak week, and then I'm like, "Well, how am I gonna implement, trial carb ups?" Or, like,
Yeah,
I'm never gonna get a refeed if I'm not, dropping
yeah,
weight quick enough. So, yeah, that's when I get a little bit scared.
yeah, it's hard, but we just figure
I
it out,
know.
we manage.
It's just yeah, I get upset because
Yeah,
it's
which is very
it's
fair.
just
It's
frustrating
very
and it's
understandable.
upsetting when you're doing all this hard work and you're working hard too and you're, like, trying to play freaking mind reader, like,
Body reader.
inside my body,
I'm
like,
like,
"What's going
trying to
on
be an
in
MRI
there?"
machine.
Yeah. "Why won't you lose the weight?"
Yeah, yeah, what is stopping you?
Yeah.
Um, I'm like, "I'm getting a bit
Just doing
hot."
cool-ups.
Yeah, yeah,
But, yeah, we'll
but
keep you guys posted.
yeah, and I guess to know though that not like for you guys that if something like this is happening for you, like it's not ever just a smooth like it might be for some people, but more often than not, it's
Mm,
not gonna be like that. It's not gonna be super smooth where you just drop weight all the time. Like, I remember having these meltdowns in my last prep.
mm,
Even Jamie said the other day, he was you like, I remember you d and you I think when you're in prep, you kind of, like, block it out a little or when you were the one that was going through it, you kinda block it out, but he was like, "Yeah, I
mm,
remember you having, like, you know, just kinda getting a little bit more moody because you didn't drop weight and then, or drop the amount that you wanted, like, maybe it was only 100 or 200 grams and then like your body will kind of react or whatever. So, and I'm
yeah.
like,
Well,
"Oh,
that's what's
yeah."
hard too is that I hold on to weight when I'm stressed.
Yeah.
So then now I start stressing about the fact that I'm not losing weight,
And
then
then
I'm holding on
it's
to more
that
weight.
vicious circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll keep you guys updated and hopefully next week
We're gonna probably implement a bit of a change.
yeah,
Change in diet.
hopefully next week will be a
A
good
little bit
update.
better. Yeah, hopefully.
I'm hoping.
Eee.
It would be nice if my body just decides to, like, do a really quick catch up, like,
Yeah.
I just dropped, like, 2 kilos,
Yeah.
like, it would be really good. That would be really
That would be
cool.
great. Alright, buddy.
Yeah.
Do it.
Please and thank you.
You are
Please.
looking very lean though. When I saw you on the step machine, must have been yesterday.
Yeah, you saw me
I
yesterday
was like, "Damn, she's."
after had a bowel movement.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, "She's looking
That's
lean."
what's frustrating is, like, I feel like I look different,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
my weight is not different.
But, like, I know it's so hard, but, like, judges don't care about what your weight is.
Yeah,
They
but
just care
it's
about what
just,
you look
like,
like.
a way to kind of know that you're on the right track and you
Yeah,
know that things are
absolutely. It's
moving and you
actually
know that
responding.
yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
'cause
Watch me go
it's
and
hard
change your diet.
visually.
Watch me go and just do it today.
Yeah, honestly, I'm willing to
I
try
probably will
anything at this
actually.
point.
Yeah.
If you were to tell me something
Welcome to
bizarre,
Paris's check-in.
like, if Beck was to be like, after you eat, I want you to do a handstand for 10
Yeah,
seconds. I'd be like, "Cool, like,
done.
I'll try it." Do a roly-poly, like,
I
after each
actually
meal.
have some of the, I when I was in my last prep, towards the end, again, because everything is down regulated, I had to have a little bit of assistance as well to go to the bathroom, because in one of my shows, I didn't poop, and it was the friggin' worst thing ever. Um, so I think it must have been between maybe, like, my 2 shows, and I just did not go to the bathroom for, like, 3 or 4 days or something. And my coach was like, "Go and get this tea." And it's like a diet tea, right? Like, that's what it's kinda like, done for, but, like, and it worked. By all means, it worked.
Mm.
It worked very
But then,
well.
like you said, I don't wanna have to for the next
Rely
9
on it.
weeks, like, my body should
Absolutely
just
not.
be going to the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This far out, like, that was when I was in between 2 shows. So,
Yeah,
like, I was very
exactly.
much lean. I didn't have
Really
any
lean,
food.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
if it was, like, 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out, but, like, I'm
yeah.
still 9 weeks out, and, like, yes, I'm getting lean, but I'm not, like, "Whoa" level lean, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, yeah. Not to the point where this should be happening.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're still in a deep, like, I'm gonna say decent amount of calories comparatively to what you have previously been on
Yeah.
the in the
Yeah.
past, that you shouldn't be not going to the bathroom as well. Like,
And
again, it
I'm eating a
happens when you
decent
have
amount of
no
fiber
food.
and everything as
Yeah,
well, so and I'm
yeah,
drinking 3 liters of water a day.
yeah.
And
You're
I've been
doing all the
trying to
right
walk
things
after all of my meals
to
as
help with the
well,
digestion.
to help
Yeah.
me with digestion.
Watch me just change your food. It's actually gonna be what I'm gonna do. Welcome to Paris's check-in.
Yeah.
And this is how my brain works. But
Oh, but
anyway,
anyway,
speaking of
we'll move on
shows,
from me. We'll talk a
yeah,
little bit about I didn't watch the nationals
neither did
just
I
because they
because
make me pay for the library.
I know what, like, come on, IFBB. Like,
Like,
really?
hello? In this
Just
economy?
yeah, just like,
Please.
as if you don't get enough money.
Exactly.
I'm sorry,
But,
but
like,
you don't need to.
I was literally actively checking,
Same,
like, the
yeah.
Instagram.
Once I was at home after Charlize's check-in, I
Yeah.
was like,
It
"Ooh,
must have finished
ah,
quite late, I
show."
think, though, because I was like, "Where the hell are the bikini girls?"
Yeah,
Um, but I was really, like, excited by the fit model girls that were in the open
yes.
because I follow Amber, and
Yes. And
I
I was
wanted her
gunning
to
for
win
her.
so bad because 'cause I've
I
been
thought
following
she
her
looked
for a few
so good,
years,
though,
and, like, she's worked so hard. She has
and
done
she's done so
so
many
many shows,
shows.
like,
Yeah.
I think she said she's on, like, 17 shows or something.
Whoa.
And she did bikini originally and
Yeah.
then, like, went into I nearly said went into IFBB, went into fit
Fit
model,
model.
which definitely suits her. And,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
obviously the girl that won, amazing in
Yeah,
her own right. But,
absolutely.
you know, when you just root for that one
Yeah, because you have
person.
that little bit of, like, personal,
Yeah, and because I
yeah,
know that, like,
attachment to.
she's gone so hard for it
Yeah.
and, like, she's probably thinking, like, "This could be my year," because she won the overall at the Queensland show as well.
Yeah.
So I think she probably was thinking, like, "This could be my year," and I think
Yeah.
everyone probably was thinking the same, but I hope she comes back again next year,
100%, yeah.
and try or she might even knowing her, she might even do, like, a
An
season
oversea
C or
yeah, or
something,
an
or
overseas
because
show as
she's done
well.
that before.
Yeah,
She's done, like, an A and then
back
a
to back.
C or, like, a B and then a C, which
Yeah.
is crazy. Like, she
Yeah.
spends most of her year in prep.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, what did you think about bikini?
I, I think it was interesting that a lot of, so I think there was 3 overall state winners in the one, so they were all in A, in open A. So that was really interesting to see. And they got, like, so the Sydney girl got first, Queensland got second, and then I think it was maybe WA got third in the overall, sorry, open A. I think that I had um, higher expectations for, I'm gonna say Marlette. I love her, and I hope to God she gets a pro card sometime soon, because she's like Amber, she's competed so many times. Like, it is in her future. It is
Mm,
absolutely, she has one goal, and that is to be a pro. But I think that she overspilled. I think she was just too watery. I think that from the Queensland, because she won the Queensland overall, I think that from that she was told to fill out a little bit more, but I think they just went over a bit too much. I've been waiting to see, some feedback from that, but I haven't yet. So,
mm,
um, it'd be interesting to see that, but I do think that this, yeah, she just looked a lot more soft than what they obviously were wanting comparatively to, the winner in the opens, but also obviously to the winner, Amy. She looked
mm.
amazing. She looked full, she looked dry. She's
Yeah.
very much like that lean.
She definitely improved from
Oh,
well, like, she won the overall at
overall in
Sydney, but
Sydney,
then she
yeah.
obviously got her feedback. and came in even
Oh,
better.
I just realized that I said Sydney overall. No, she won opens overall. The girl that won, um, the the girl that won my brain is like, what? She, didn't win the overall in Sydney because Amy did, but she
She
won
won her
her
open
open class.
class. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, in Sydney. Um, yeah, so it was like 2 overall winners and then 1 open class winner all in like the 1 open A's, for the nationals. So that was either way, that was gonna be really interesting. So, yeah, but Amy got it. So I think it was between her. I wasn't sure who the 3rd girl was, to be honest. I'm not too sure. I just only knew the A and the obviously Amy being in C. I
I
can't
wanna
remember
have a
who B
look because
was.
I forgot.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her or, where she was from, but Amy looked amazing. And again, I was
'Cause
kind of
you've
rooting for her
competed
because I'm
with her?
competing with her
Yeah.
and she's just so beautiful. She's come such a long way. She's competed and gotten so close so many times as well. Um, yeah, so she did absolutely amazing. She looked insane, like just dry and full and her lines, like her midsection lines, her shoulders, she was like, I haven't trained shoulders in like a couple of weeks because they're so big. I'm like, oh, must be nice.
Hannah Brackenbrett, which I haven't seen her
Yeah, like,
before.
I don't
Where
know
did she where did
where's
she
she from?
Perth. She's from Perth.
Oh.
So she did,
She placed in Perth?
I'm trying to find her Perth show.
With some, like, elevator music on. Dun, dun, dun.
Stage show dance. Let me see. She doesn't have anything of her holding any medals from her stage shows. That would be
That would
interesting.
be pretty
I
cool
mean,
if
that
you
would be
came
pretty cool for
from
her if she
yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
place and then yeah.
placed in the
She doesn't
open,
have anything showing
which would be
from
crazy
2
if,
years
like
ago. Yeah, that would be crazy.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
good on her. She
Yeah.
bloody came in really she just needs to grow and just be a little bit tighter, that's all. Whereas, like,
Mm.
the open A, she has such she's looks crazy,
Her
like, she's got
glutes
her
are
glutes are
insane.
ridiculous, like,
Yeah, and she was
the
going up against Marley, who I think won the overall in she won an overall, I think. Or maybe
oh,
she got
is it who Miles? Is that who you're talking about?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so that's who I mean, that she was just too soft.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so she beat, Mullet, yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
Miles.
she was the overall in Queensland,
Queensland,
hey?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, yeah, crazy though, the glutes are just so round and
Mm,
bubbly. I think she just needs to be tighter. I think
tighter,
she just needs
yeah.
to be leaner.
Which we said that at the Sydney
Sydney
show
show,
because then
yeah.
she went up against Amy.
Yeah, yeah, and that was, unanimous, and same with the national show
Mm.
as well, it was unanimous, um, but yeah, I watched like, one of the edits of them doing the comparisons and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, like, it's crazy." They just put them through the ringer, like,
Yeah.
they really do, which is obviously so important because but Amy just held that composure, like, normally you can tell, especially when you're so lean and you have so many etched out lines in your midsection, if you're struggling, you're, like, breathing and from obviously not having
Yeah.
posing endurance, like the judge, you could easily lose a pro card because of
She looks very, like, composed and just,
so
like,
composed,
very like, she doesn't look like she's up
effortless.
there, like, struggling and
Yeah,
going,
she
like,
doesn't
I
look
can't
like
hold
she's
this."
posing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which obviously at the end of the day is that's the goal.
Yeah.
Like, but again, so much more, I guess emphasis to be like, get on top of your posing.
Mm.
Like, and don't just pose, for your 20 seconds or whatever. Like, pose
No.
for
You
like,
need posing endurance.
oh yeah,
Especially if you are coming in as, like, a really well-conditioned athlete
yeah,
and, like, you're gonna be up there in, the top 3 when you're gonna be tested.
yeah.
You don't wanna have this amazing physique and have good posing, but then your endurance be the thing that lets you down.
Yeah, especially if you are, say for example, you go into novice and then opens, and then maybe you win opens and you go into overall and you lose the overall because you just can't, you can't hold it.
Yeah.
I see so much of it in guys. They are terrible with their posing endurance. They love a
Because they
quick
just
little like flex in the
yeah,
mirror or whatever, but or they
they
are
don't
like they
focus
have
on it.
no control over their breathing
And the
whatsoever.
sweating and, like,
Oh,
the red face
and
and
then yeah,
the
the whole like
clenching of the
yeah,
face.
yeah, the whole like trying to friggin' like
Yeah.
push out a massive shit face, like so bad. I'm like,
Me right now.
yeah, literally. He's like, come on.
I'm doing the guy, like,
Yeah, the
poker
guy, the
face.
most muscular. But yeah, it's I'm so glad that Amy won. I'm so
Yeah.
happy.
It'll be interesting to see what, because I saw on Instagram she said that she would plan to possibly do pro next year, like early
Yeah,
next year, so it'd be cool to see
it's so
what she
cool.
does in the pro.
I
It's nice when I think someone wins a pro card and they actually, like, put it to
want to
use
actually go and
and
compete.
wanna work for that and
Yeah.
improve as an athlete. So, yeah, it'll be exciting to see an Aussie
Yes.
overseas.
Because so many of them don't. But also, like, I get it because, at the end of the day, like, I think also I'm such a big person on, like, if you win your pro card, just jump straight into a show. I
Mhm.
love when girls do that. I'm like, yes, just I know it's hard
Just
because
see
we're
where
in
you
Australia.
stand.
See where you
Yeah.
stand. Like, be prepared to come last. Absolutely. Because,
Yeah.
like, pros are pros.
But it might be
But
the only time you do it because you don't know what your post-show journey is gonna be like.
exactly. But
Yeah.
it's also like, hey, get judges' feedback.
Mm.
Like, immediately. Like, yes, it's going to be grove overall, but it might be like, the judges, I think, well, I could be wrong with this, but the judges over in America, like, you're never going to get judged in Australia the same as what you're going to get judged in
No.
America because the American judges are American, they're there, right? Like, we don't have any pro shows in Australia, unfortunately. But so go and do that. Like, just why not? And you'd only have to pay. So for pros, they don't actually pay for their show registration and stuff. All that's free. So it's literally just accommodation, airfares, and probably the rest of it. You could probably get some kind of sponsor for a thing, be like, hey,
Mm.
I've just turned pro. Like, you'd probably be able to do that if you asked around. But yeah, like it would be, I'm so for that,
Mm.
like so for that.
So
But
beneficial.
anyway, obviously some people don't, but and like I get it. You know, yeah, it would be hard to go into a show being prepared to come last, but at the same time, I'm like,
Yeah.
get the feedback,
And, like,
man.
when you've pushed so hard and you got that pro card and you're like, "Now I can enjoy and celebrate and
Yeah,
stuff." So, yeah, it would be hard, but
yeah.
if there's one, like, just give it a
Just give it
crack.
a crack. Why not?
Yeah, not that that'll ever be me, but
No, same.
y'all can dream.
Same.
That's so fun.
One day.
But yeah, is there anything else you wanna whack on this wacky episode? We just
Yeah,
kinda just went
yeah.
rogue
We just
today.
kind of wanted to chat,
Yeah,
just chat bodybuilding.
yeah,
Yeah,
go a bit rogue.
it's fun. I don't think so. I think yeah, just it's just fun. It's just fun to like, see the shows and,
Yeah, and
you
it's
know
exciting. You have so many to go to this
yeah,
year, which is
I
fun.
know there's so many. I'm so
Calendar's full.
excited. It is. I'm like trying to I'm a bridesmaid for one of the girls that used to like we used to work with, and we're trying to figure out like her, her hens and obviously when the
Yeah, and
wedding
you're
is
like,
and stuff like that. And I'm
gotta
like,
show, gotta
gotta
show.
yeah, I'm like, can't do this weekend. Sorry, can we just make it this weekend and like let's actually book it in? Like but either way, I'm like it sounds really bad, but like if it was a hens or one of my clients' shows, like love you, Katie, but I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is why I'm like, let's
Especially
book it
because a
in.
lot of your athletes are first time athletes.
Absolutely. Like I would hate to be even like Charlie said on the weekend, she's like, I could not imagine
No,
doing
I
this
was the
without you.
same.
I'm like,
I could
I
not
would
have
never.
done
I
my
would
show
never let
day
an
without
athlete.
you.
Yeah. I'm like, I would never let an
That's
athlete
another
do that.
reason to go with a coach that is, like, not, some ginormous coach, especially if it's, like, your first season,
Yeah.
because you need that support. Like, it is so
100%.
overwhelming backstage and, like, there's so much going on. And you just wanna be laying down eating your rice cakes with honey, and
Yeah.
you want
You
your
just want to be
coach.
told when to
Yeah,
eat.
like, Beth
Yeah.
was there putting my honey on my rice cakes, and
Yeah.
she was going to the people and being like, "Where are we up to?"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and holding my pump-up bands and
Yes. Yeah,
yeah, you
exactly.
need that support person. It's so important.
100%. Yeah.
And Beck's a really good one, so if you're thinking of
Oh,
competing, you know where to
put
go.
together. Align coaching.
Yeah,
Align
and if
coaching
you wanna
co
pose
on
a coach,
Instagram. Yeah,
hit me up.
yeah. Paris. The stage code. But yeah,
Oh, well,
anyway.
thanks so much, guys, for listening,
Yeah, thanks
tuning
for
into
our
another
little
episode, and
shit.
I promise I'll be happier in the next one, hopefully.
She's gonna take at least 3 giant poops today.
Let's hope.
Today and tomorrow.
Yeah, for the rest of the week, and
Yeah.
then check in, I'm gonna be skinny queen.
Yeah.
Lean queen.
Lean
Lean
queen.
bean, sorry,
Yeah,
should
we
I
don't
say?
want
Not skinny
skinny.
queen, lean bean.
Lean bean. Lean bean queen.
Yeah.
We love it. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening, and we will be in your ears next week. Bye.
Bye.